Welcome back, friends. Today, we're checking out some of the top songs from Disney's The Little Mermaid. Now, a few months ago, I went back and watched the original The Little Mermaid, and I was so impressed with this movie and all of the songs on it. So today, I wanted to dive in and compare some of the older songs to the remakes and the 2023 version. Now, in addition to listening to some of the songs here on YouTube, I am also going to be watching the entire movie over on my Patreon, linked in the description down below. So if you want to come hang out with me and watch the entire The Little Mermaid movie with me, head on over to my Patreon where you can check it out over there. Now, if you're new around here, hello. My name is Cody McManus. I'm a music producer from Canada, currently living in Bali, Indonesia, and I just moved into this beach home, and there were so many signs that I should check out The Little Mermaid today, especially this one of this mermaid hanging on the wall just outside. So I figured it was time I finally dive into this one. So if you go on to enjoy this video and want to see more from me, think about subscribing down below so that you don't miss out on more videos just like this. But let's not mess around and let's get right into this one. Here we go.
Sebastian, if you had just seen it up there. The ship rode on the wind and they filled the sky with fire.
Okay, listen to me. The human world is a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got going on up there. The seaweed is always greener.
This has to be one of my favorite Disney songs of all time. It's just so vibey.
Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you.
Oh, I love the bass in this mix.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Ah.
Darling, it's better, don't worry, it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore they work all day, out in the sun they slave away, while we devoting full time to floating under the sea.
Okay, there's some really cool elements in this song, different from the original version that I noticed right off the top. The instrumentation is less aggressive and less in your face, and it really has more of a focus on the vocals and kind of this smooth texture to it rather than this jarring texture that we got with the original version. And I think this is really cool and really shows kind of the more modern element of it. Modern music has vocals very forward and the instrumentation pushed back a little bit, not so much in your face. And that's one thing that I noticed when I listened to the original version of Under the Sea from the original Little Mermaid, was the instrumentation was so jarring and so in your face. So this one's a little bit laid back. It also has some really cool instrumentation and percussion going on. There's this hi-hat on the offbeat going tss, 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 which I really like. It just kind of holds it all together and keeps it flowing. Let's keep rolling with this one.
Full time to floating under the sea.
Even this melody is so much softer.
All the fish is happy.
This hi-hat.
The fish on the land ain't happy. They sad cause they in the bowl. But fish in the bowl is lucky. They in for a worse of fate. One day when the boss get hungry, guess who gon' be on the plate? Oh no! Under the sea.
His voice is very nice. Very calming.
Nobody beat us, fry us and eat us in fricassee.
And this bass tone is beautiful too. Very loud in the mix.
We off the hook. We got no troubles. Life is the bubbles under the sea. Hey,
oh!
Yes, child, it's like
wow!
Here we go to beat here naturally. Even the sturgeon and
Oh my god, okay, I absolutely love that. Some ad-libs from Ariel in this song, which I don't believe we get in the original version as well, and that's so cool that this almost becomes a little bit more of a duet and not just a solo song. This really adds so many elements and just is a little more flavor to this song compared to the original. I love it. Ariel has such a beautiful voice, and so you might as well utilize her in this song. It's silly not to, so I'm really happy to hear that they did that.
They get the urge and start to play. We got the spirit, you got to hear it under the sea.
Oh yeah, true to the original. This part really loud.
Play the flute, they can't play the harp. They play the bass and they sounded sharp. They mass play the
oh, a little turtle choreography.
Whoa. The lings on the strings, they trout rock and out the blackfish. They sing the smell and
oh, this is vibey.
And all that blowfish
Okay. Oh. Ah. Wow. Okay. Now we get back to the true original of the song where the instrumentation's really loud, really jarring, and creates all this emotion with these really big staccato notes. This is the way that the original song is, or at least how I remember it. It's been a few months since I've listened to it. And so it's cool that we kind of get the more chill part during the song while the vocals are going on. And then when we get this instrumental breakdown, the instrumentation goes back to the way it is for the original song. And it's really big and just really in your face. I love that. Wow. Oh. A full-on beat here with some snare drum? That's funky. Wow. All the modulations. The way this is composed is brilliant. Interesting use of strings here now. We had all of these more tropical instruments, I'd say, with like the steel pans and all the mallet instruments and those sorts of instrumentation, percussion. But now here we get into this big string section, which doesn't make me think very tropical, doesn't make me think very ocean, doesn't make me think mermaids. But the way that it's mixed together in this song really adds this kind of dynamic element to it. It's something different from the song that we haven't heard in it yet. And so it kind of adds a different feeling to it. So it's really cool that they decided to incorporate some strings and violins into this section just to give it a little bit different flavor. I quite enjoy that. And the drum kit, that's so clever. Oh, wow. Oh, she has a good voice.
We got the crustacean band. Each little clown here know how to jam here under the sea. Each little slug here cut in a rug here under the sea. Each little snail here know how to whale here. That's why it's hotter under the water. Yeah, we in luck here, don't in
These hats, love it. Wow, that was great. That's one of my favorite Disney songs, hands down. Just so catchy, so fun, so much energy. But we got a little bit of taste of Ariel's vocals, and I want to dive further into that. So let's get into the next track. Here we go.
I don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be so bad. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete?
This song's iconic.
Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold?
Wow.
Looking around here, you think
this sounds almost identical to the original.
she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20, but who cares? No
Wow.
big deal. I want more.
Oh, the power in her voice. Wow.
I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are
It's so cool
required
that they were
for
able to incorporate a real life actress into an animated film. I think it just adds so much more emotion. While she's singing this part, a big part of performing and being a talented vocalist is the way you project your facial expressions. It can add so much emotion to it, and you don't quite get that with an animated vocalist per se. So to have a human singing these parts, you really get so much more emotion delivered through the performance visually, which I think is so cool. I cannot wait to watch this full movie over on my Patreon. I'll be checking that out immediately after this. So yeah, I'm very excited to watch this movie. I can't wait.
Been dancing, strolling along down a, what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free.
Oh, cool.
Wish I could be part part of that world.
Wow, her vocals are fantastic.
What would I give if I could live out of these waters?
So much enunciation.
What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Betcha on land they understand, bet they don't reprimand
Wow.
their daughters, bright young women.
I love those
sick of
staccato vocal
women
parts.
ready to stand.
Wow, and then the big open vocal.
Ready to know what the people know.
Oh my gosh.
Ask 'em my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore?
Okay,
that
I hate to pause right here as we're getting to this big crescendo, but on top of her powering vocals, the instrumentation has built so much throughout this song. We started off with just her singing a cappella at the very beginning, from a spoken word into a slight sing. And the beautiful thing about Part of Your World is the way that the song builds. It's this entire crescendo throughout the whole song, just gradually building and growing, getting bigger and bigger. You can hear the strings and instrumentation, these big timpanis start to come in, and everything just builds and gets bigger and bigger. Ariel's voice starts to grow, and we get more of these belts growing as she billows up from the bottom of the ocean all the way up to the surface of the water, which I think is such a cool metaphor and such cool word painting in what's going on with the song and what we're seeing on screen. So well put together, what we're hearing in the music. Let me go back a little bit and let's hear this final crescendo out of the song.
what's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore above out of the sea.
Wow, that is a dramatic pause right there.
Wish I could breathe.
Whoa, okay, I hear you.
Of that world.
That was tasty. That was super tasty. Wow, fantastic song. Fantastic vocal performance. I plan on doing more reactions to movies and Disney musicals just like this on the channel. So if that's something you're interested in and want to see from me, take a second and make sure you're subscribed down below so that you don't miss out. But let's dive into one more song off of this soundtrack before I head on over to my Patreon and watch the full movie. So here we go.
Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up!
What are we gonna get here?
Hey, have you not heard that Scuttlebutt?
You're fat.
No, the gossip, the buzz, the who said what, who does that, yeah, that's Scuttlebutt. Well, I was flying over land and sea and ear to the ground. Then I came flying here for you to see and hear what I found. Remember the swamp? Remember my song in the swamp? And I was like, wham, chicka, wham, wham,
Okay.
chicka, wham.
I remember.
Lin-Manuel Miranda is the musical director and composer for these songs, and I know he has an absolute obsession with rap music and trying to throw that into everything that he works on, and it sounds like we're gonna get a rap song here with the Scuttlebutt. This is one of the new songs on this soundtrack, which I think is so cool that they didn't just remake the movie with all the old songs. They did a great job, as we heard in the past too, of doing perfect renditions almost exactly as those songs were originally composed, but it's awesome that we also get some new songs and very modern sounding songs with these very rhythmic melodies and almost rap stylings. Let's continue on.
Ever since the what's his name, the guy with the hair and the shirt,
The prince.
Yeah, the prince has been dropping hints. He wants to, you know, when humans dress all nice like they're penguins, throw rice for the pigeons. They're trying to blow up the pigeons, but those are just urban legends. I know a lot of really fat pigeons.
Scuttle.
Well, you just listen, Sebastian. I got that Scuttlebutt.
Hurry up.
You'll be like, what? When I drop that Scuttlebutt. Okay, now huddle up, buttercup. From the women who wash all the clothes
What?
to the hunter who arrows the bows, the chatter all over the palace is that your Prince Eric is gonna propose.
What?
To somebody nobody knows. They're saying he suddenly chose. Who? You sound like an owl. I'll bet it's the kid with the new set of toes.
No.
Oh yeah. yes, anything goes. Who'd ever guess? Our little Ariel's marriage material, seven the face and the dress and the what do you call it? The thing with the lips when they press. I don't have lips, I have a beak, so I guess I could give you a peck on the cheek.
I don't believe it.
Okay, it's actually really funny that this is performed by this bird. I don't know who this bird is. I don't know the context of the movie just yet because I haven't watched it yet. I will in just a moment over on my Patreon. But if you think of birds and like seagulls and stuff, they're always squawking and always making so much noise. So it's so funny that we get this really fast rap from a character who's a bird because it just seems to fit the mold of what birds are, at least in my mind, so well. Always squawking, always chirping and chatting so much. I think that's really cool. This song's quite interesting. It's almost not even so much a song. Obviously, it's quite rapped and very rhythmic, but it seems like it's just delivering a ton of information in a musical form, which I think is really cool. Obviously, I talked about Lin-Manuel Miranda, and he's done a lot of live performances and live theater compositions, and part of the musicals within that is trying to get information across in a musical form, whereas a lot of Disney movies typically are trying to make very nice sounding songs that don't necessarily derive a lot of information and help move the story forward. But this song is very different. It very much has a live theater feel to it, where this bird's just going off saying all these things about the prince and what's going on and moving the story forward. And I don't necessarily see this song being like something that someone's gonna go listen to on Spotify or in their downtime when they're just chilling, hanging out. But I definitely think it's really interesting and such a fun way of presenting all this information.
Yeah. So what now?
Let's go, let's go!
Can you believe that Scuttlebutt?
Get dressed, child.
You're welcome for the Scuttlebutt.
We got a lot of work to do before sundown.
Scuttlebutt, Scuttlebutt, hey!
I kinda like it.
This be the day.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
We got it. The gossip, the buzz. The who said what, who does that? Yeah, I told you so. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We gotta go before the sun go down.
What? Gotta get ready for the big showdown.
Right.
Go ahead and get ready
And get it ready for the wedding. Set the setting so we can't slow down. The Scuttlebutt.
That's fun, the double time rap. That's actually so sick. Wow, there we have it. Some songs from the soundtrack of the brand new Little Mermaid. Now, if you do want to see my reaction to the entire movie, it's available right now over on my Patreon, linked down below. But first, let me share with you a small clip from that.
Is my little one in love?
Oh, I tried to stop her, sir. I tried to stop her from going to the service. I told her to stay away from humans when I'm a statue. Humans? Who said anything about humans?
So I would love if you came and joined me over on my Patreon to watch the entire movie with me right there. Linked in the description down below. We can share some laughs, we can share some cries, and enjoy this movie together. But that about wraps up this video. Once again, if you enjoyed this reaction and want to see some more videos just like this in the future, make sure you take a second and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out the next time I post a reaction video just like this one. But until the next one, you make sure that you have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.